YouTube, Wisteria here. I just wanted to drop you a quick video. I wanted to make my Ostara altar oil for this Sabbath, and I found, looking in Scott Cunningham's book of Oils, Incense, of Brews, he had an awesome way of making an oil with just four ingredients really. So what you're going to need for this incense is benzoin gum and myrrh resin, frankincense resin, and then I'm going to add some flowers that I had from my garden last spring, and I'm going to add those into the oil. Now this is an unconventional, you see that they're solids and they're not oils because we're going to brew them. And so you're going to need a fire safe container, and generally when I brew things like healing brews or things that need to be infused, I do them on the stove, and I use my cauldron. I use my gigantic cauldron, but we're cooking dinner, so I'm going to use my little clay ceramic pot that I made, and it's pretty flat on the bottom, and washed it out. It's a little flat on the bottom, and it holds heat, and it won't explode, and it's completely natural. And for the stir, I don't have a little wooden spoon, so I'm going to use these little skewers, little wooden skewers. And I also have a little hot plate here that I'm going to do it right here on the table so that you can see. And for this infusion, we're going to be mixing it with olive oil. So, yeah. So we have gas heat at my house, and so putting my gigantic wrought iron cauldron on the gas, right on the burner, is awesome, because then the flames come up, and it just amplifies my intent even more, my visualization of what I want it to happen. So what we're going to do first off is I'm going to, I think you guys have heard before that I'm taking a ceramics class. I've been taking one for a couple of terms. I'm taking a ceramics class. I've had it for a couple of terms, and so I have a bunch of things that are perfect for just a little shallow ceramic bowl that you can put these in the oven, you can put them in the microwave, you can put them in the dishwasher, and it's stoneware. And so, and I've glazed it a nice black, and it's perfectly safe, and it's perfectly natural. And so I'm going, in here, I'm going to pan down just a little bit. I have my little burner that I'm going to use, a little tabletop burner, and I don't recommend this using your tabletop burner, but just for the sake of the video, I wanted to do it right here on the table, because yeah, we're cooking dinner and I can't really pull all my stuff off my stove right now. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to mix, and I'm going to read this right from my Book of Shadows, because as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh my god, this is a great video, a great incense, unconventional incense that you can use. And you want to use all powdered ingredients. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a little bit of frankincense, a little bit of myrrh. It says a teaspoon, but the little container that I have, I'm not going to be using. The little container that I'm going to be storing my oil in is not very big, so I'm going to cut down the ingredients just a bit. And then just a little bit of the benzoin. Oh, there goes that stick. A little bit of the benzoin, and this is going to act as a preservative as well. And then last spring, I had these beautiful, beautiful flowers, and with the leaves, and I dried them out just for Ostara and Midsummer. I love to add, I love to add some of my own, beautiful flowers to the things that, the oils and the incense during during the springtime, so that, so they're mine. So I'm just going to grind these up into a nice fine powder. And they grind up very well because these are very, very dry flours. Okay, so once it's all ground up, as you can see, it's pretty ground up and pretty fine in there. And what you'll need is what it calls for is a 1/4 cup of olive oil. So I'm going to take my little olive oil with a 1/4 cup, and I'm going to pour it. I'm going to start my little oven here on low. You want to simmer this on low heat. And so I'm going to put the olive oil in there first. Now the great thing about resins is that it's kind of hard to mess them up. So you stir your, I'm just going to stir this in here. And you want to stir this and simmer this until the resins have dissolved into the liquid. And we're just going to simmer these. Now Scott Cunningham has a Ostara incense, an incense recipe, but he doesn't have an Ostara oil recipe. And I like to, whenever I have a chance, I like to expand on whatever I come across and whatever I'm going to attempt. So I'm just going to stir this in here. I don't know if you can see this. And you want to just stir it in until the until the oil is heated. You can already smell it. It smells great. Okay, so you let it stir and heat until the resins are all dissolved and everything is dissolved in there, and then you want to let it cool, and then after it's cooled, you're finished. So I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you have any unconventional ways of making any Ostara oils or any Ostara incense, drop me a video response, and I would love to see it. Blessed be.